What's up, everybody? My name is Dave Torrey, and this week I'm going to be going out and searching for history on land and in the water. So stay tuned as I go out and find tons of historic relics and coins. Here we are at a fresh new foundation. It's a big one. Maybe an old barn or something. Bunch of stone walls going out into the woods over there. A couple more foundations that way. Looks like a pretty promising spot. Still a lot of ferns around. I was really hoping that these guys would be gone by now. Makes digging so difficult. But I think this is going to be a nice spot. Let's get to work. I've been finding tons of modern bullets on this trail so far, so trying not to get discouraged on these 1920 signals, and it's paying off. Looks like a big old musket ball to me. Interestingly flattened musket ball. There's that big clinch point where they sheared it off of the lead, I guess. Yeah, you can see the seam in the middle. Cool. On that colonial trail. Nice. And a half a foot from where I found that other musket ball, there's another one. Interesting because they're flattened in the same way, though. I don't know. Certainly look like musket balls with the seam, the little clinch. That's what I'm going to call them. Yeah, right there, seam, where they molded them in the lead press. Some would say that I have a pretty nice pair of balls right now. Moving on. I think that being persistent with these 1920 signals that 90% of the time turn out to be bullets is starting to pay off. I got something a little round and a little coppery right here. Ooh, don't be a weedy. Don't do that. Caked up. Try to get in some light. I'm not sure what I'm looking at yet. I think an Indian. Let me clean that off a little bit, bring it back. Oh yeah, I'm starting to see a little wreath going on right there. Look at that. It is, in fact, an Indian head penny. Always happy to see one of those come up. Especially at this place where I've been finding nothing but colonial stuff, so that puts a whole new age group to this. Not sure if I can get a date out here in the field. Time for a pants rub. Difficult, but I am seeing an O, so that's a 1900 something, maybe 03. Cool, good signs. It's got a little bit of a warp to it or something. Weird, but I like it. On to the next. Well, it's been a while since I dug anything today. Kind of hard digging around here. Lots of iron, but got a nice 17 to 20. I bet you I got another Indian here. And once again, you guys can just about always see better than I can through this camera. Oh yeah, I see some wreathage. Aretha Franklin. Yeah. Do not see a date yet. That one might have to wait until I'm back home. But that is another Indian. Number 2 on the day. Good deal. Well, here's kind of a fun one. This was ringing up 1415 on the equinox. And usually you find harmonica reeds. Not so often do you find the faceplate of the harmonica. Something marine band. which I believe that's still a really popular brand of harmonica. Yeah, Marine band. Pretty cool. Now this one, it's a little bit patchy and a little bit jumpy, but it is too sweet not to live dig. Kinda sounds possibly like an old silver dime. Fingers crossed. Rocks. There it is. And that does look like silver to me. Ooh, it looks thin too. Ooh. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Oh yeah, 1 dime. What we got? Is it gonna be seated? Oh, looks like it's gonna be a barber. I think. I'm okay with that too. A little bit more water on there. It is gonna be a barber, but look at that beauty. I believe that's an 1892. Is that a first year? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's actually pretty rubbed out. It's kind of thin. That's why I was thinking seated. It's a nice little piece of silver though. Beautiful. Now I'm not sure what I got here. I didn't live dig it because there was some iron in the hole with it. But the more I open it up, the better it sounds. It does sound like it's right up here too. Oh, little greenie. What do you have to say for yourself, little greenie? Looks like it's going to be an Indian. Or is that a Wheatie? Boo. Ah, the wheatness. The wheatness will get you. I can barely even see it. Do a pants rub. Ah, it is not the wheatness. It is full Indiano. There we go. 1 cent. Another kind of crusty one. They just about always come out of the ground crusty for me. No idea why. Yeah, no date as of right now. But we'll get it in the wrap-up. Another Indian for the day. I think that's number 3 now. Not too shabby. So I decided to take a break from metal detecting for a minute. Come down to this beach because it's right on an old salt river. And it's a great spot for mudlarking. All this great stuff around here. Really old glass and old metal all over the place. And every once in a while, you see something like that. I don't know what this is yet, but it looks like an old Wheatie, maybe. But at this spot, I came out here after going to a restaurant down the street, found 5 Indian head pennies, 1 shot. Gonna give it a try, see what I find. Oh, there's cool stuff in here. Really old rivets. Tons and tons of old glass. weird old brackets and stuff like that. Right here, I bet you this is a nice old glass button of some sort. Yeah, you can see it's kind of drilled. Maybe it's like mother of pearl or something. Pretty cool. These guys are trying to launch their boat. This is something kind of interesting. Most of the stuff seems like turn of the century. Some of it could definitely be way older. This area goes back to colonial period. But I don't know, maybe some sort of ashtray or something, I guess. Kind of a cool thing. It's like a little, I don't know, glazed ceramic, you know, dish. Found full bottles in here too, so we'll be on the lookout. Look at all this crazy junk just lying around in here. I spy something else coiny right in there. What's this guy gonna be? Ooh, it's hold. Look at that. I see Lincoln's head on it, so it's just like a weedy, I guess, but it's hold. Interesting. Huh. That's cool. Looking for something older though. What's that? Little key looking thing. I guess that is a key. Really thin. It's pretty cool though. I like that. Ooh, I think we're onto another coin. This one looks like junk. Oh yeah, certainly is. Ugh. It's all wanged and danged all over the place. It's a modern penny, I guess. This is the thing, if this was an old Indian head, this would be perfectly preserved right now. Now the only problem with this is that there are so many things that look like coins and valuables and stuff in here. It's difficult to tell what you're looking at, but that looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? Well, that is tough to tell. Look at that. You see the little pillar in the middle? It's a mercury dime. Look at that. It's so encrusted on this side I can't tell anything else about it, but that is a little silver dime. Awesome. That's the first piece of silver I've pulled out of here. Yeah, you can see the little axe head sort of thing on the top of the pillar. You'd never know if you're looking at that side. Sweet. Mudlarking silver. Yeah. I think we got something else here. I've got my mudlarking stick. It's the top of the line in mudlarking innovations. You can pick or prod, all sorts of different functions. I've got it on pick mode right now. Pick this leaf out of the way. And that looks like something I'd want to pick. It's a little bit greener than the coins I've been finding, so maybe it's an old Indian. Ah, certainly is. Look at that. There. Yeah. That is so easy. No metal detector required. Is that 1900 something? Can't really see in the sun. It looks like a 1902 to me or something like that. Nice. So easy. So much fun. Mudlarking. Well, mudlarking is certainly a fun and easy way to get your hands on some history. Got a bunch of cool stuff here. Got my mercury dime, a couple of Wheaties, one hold, Indian head penny, cool old key, little mother of pearl button sort of thing. And what a nice spot to be able to spend some time at. The only thing it's bad for is your back, because my back is killing me right now. 45 minutes of walking doubled over on a beach looking like a lunatic. I think it's about time for me to make my way back to the woods where I belong. New spot out in the woods up in New Hampshire, actually. It's me and Allie today. She's over there giving it a shot. And we just went for a nice hike. It's getting a little late in the day, but figured I'd bring the detector and we walk across this. So let's try it out, see what we get.
Yay, I found a button.
Allie came out for a minute, standing by some old foundations. And she decided to take the metal detector for a minute. And look what she passed over. I've been digging nothing all day. She swings for 3 minutes and finds a button. Look at that. Nice. Good little shank on there too. Congrats. Here is your button. Yeah. I'm not sure what I just found, and it might be a rotten bazinga, but it really looks like the edge of a gold ring. Kind of. We'll see. It was hitting 13 to 14, and that looks like hollow and looks like a band. I don't know, maybe it's just plated, but it is hitting the right. Ooh, yeah, that's a ring. Oh, it's just plated. We're like 5 feet from where Allie found her button a minute ago. And I do see the green coming through there, so it is just plated. Everybody calm down. Focus. Focus! Yep, gold-plated ring. Right spot, though. See if it fits. It's a little bit tight on me. Maybe it'll fit on you, though. Here are our little New Hampshire finds from that quick hunt that we did. Little gold-plated ring. Really had me going. No inscriptions or anything like that, but I bet this was an old wedding band. Copper or plated bands were pretty popular back when people didn't have the money for, you know, precious metals. And a little flat button. Back marked mid to late 18s. Definitely got to go back to that foundation. Now let me show you the rest of the good stuff. And we are back at home wrapping up a mighty fine day of metal detecting and mudlarking. Starting in the back, we got these musket balls here. What I'm calling musket balls. Seem like the right caliber, and I think that I see a seam from the press, a lead press in there. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. But oddly smashed, sort of, rounded, which is strange. Maybe they had a different use. Moving on, we've got our little Salt River key. I'd say probably 100 years old, given the age of the coins and all the other finds there at the beach. I like that. Could have went to some little jewelry box full of jewelry and coins and fun stuff. Who knows? Probably rolling around in that Salt River for 100 years. Moving on, we've got this little mother of pearl button. You can see it's drilled out right there. Shiny. Pretty cool. Probably the same age. And then moving up, we got some Wheaties, but this one's hold, so that's pretty cool. I don't think that I was able to get a date off of either of these because they are so washed out. But hey, I like any hold coin. Any altered coin is pretty cool. So I'm into that. And then moving on to the good stuff, we got some Indians. Always love to see an Indian. I'm going to have to search for a minute to see the date on this. I think we got a 1901. They get pretty messed up by that salt water. But that's what we're going to go with on that one, 1901. And then some metal detecting coins, 1903. Legible. Like it. Another 1901. Not so bad. And a 1905 full Liberty up on the cap there. That one cleaned up pretty nice, actually. And then in the front row, here's our mudlarking silver. Once again, you can barely see it, but it's got that pillar with the little axe head, thing on the top. And that side is pretty screwed up, but it is a mercury dime. That's some silver. I bet you if I took like a little wire wheel to it, I could get it, somewhat legible, but I don't know. It's kind of cool the way it is too. You know what it is. All the details are under there somewhere or completely washed away, one or the other. And front row, top shelf, best stuff in town. We got our little barber dime here. 1892, first year. Really rubbed out. Oh, man, I was so sure that was going to be a seeded, because all the seededs that I find there at that specific spot are just so thin because they've been passed around for so long. But I'm always happy with the barber. Very cool coins. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. If you like what you saw, then please like and subscribe and go out and dig cool stuff up.